Hi, this is Shantanu Sharma. So I am a civil engineering graduate of 2018 batch. I interned with the Strategic Transactions Group of HSBC, which is investment banking divisions of the HSBC Bank. So our roles and responsibilities were to assist the analysts and bankers in preparing their pitch books, their transaction comparables, company comparables, and other books which they show to their clients. Before applying for SIPs, I had final placements in my mind. So that is why my first condition or factor was what the role was. Because in your interview for finals, they ask you what did you do in your summer internships. So if you could better explain and impress them with your work in final interviews, it will be better. Uh, the second condition was the brand name. So first, if the role is satisfying and then there is a good brand, it's an excellent match because companies sometimes in finals shortlist based on the brand name of your summer internship companies. So you can impress them in your finals with your summer internship. So that was my goal because being an engineering graduate, I had less confidence on my previous profile. So I wanted my internship to be my strong point in my final interview. The stipend was less of my worry because honestly I was not looking to pay my loan through my stipend. So stipend was least of my worry, and the first two priorities were the role and the brand name. So for internship, what HSBC does is they initially shortlist based on the resume, and then they conduct two rounds of GDs, group discussions, and they shortlist around close to 10-12 people for the interview round. They have two to three panels, and then they conduct three rounds of interviews. The first two rounds are technical, and the third final is HR based interview, which through which they seek whether you are culturally fit to the company or not. During the internship, they measure us based on two factors. The first one is how we gel and work with the analyst on day-to-day tasks, and the final is they judge us on our final project. So, based on that, they give out a list of the PPIs. They roll out PPIs. So after PPIs, they take the PPIs with the shortlisted candidates of the HSBC IB League competition. So the PPI is more or less same as the internship, where there are three interviews. There are no GDs because the interviews are directly shortlisted for the interviews. So there are three interviews. First one is rigorous technical interview. They don't even if you get PPI, don't expect any relaxation towards them. They will grill you on technicals. This second round is also a technical, but little bit less grilling than the first one, and the final is again a cultural fit interview. So they ask basic questions like would you shift to Bangalore or their location. That is all, and then you finally get selected. So, how to prepare for the SIP? I would speak from my experience since I am an engineer. So, I was a little less confidence about my proficiency in finance. So, what I did was I bought all the 10 books of the CFA curriculum. I went through seven books which consisted of core finance subjects like corporate finance, fixed income securities, and things like that. So I had confidence in my finance abilities. So they do give you training before starting the internship, but it is better if you go prepared because then you will be better able to understand what they are teaching. Because they won't be teaching you technical much, they will teach you how to do their work. So they'll teach you how to prepare Excels, how to keep backups, how to prepare pitch books, presentations. So to better understand that, first you need to have basic knowledge of finance. So I was from engineering background. That's why I went from basics and read books of CFA curriculum. If you are from finance or commerce background, you won't find much trouble in the internship because the technical is very basic in the internship. Now I'll be talking about my what my regular day at work looked like. So on Monday itself, in the start of the work day, Monday we had to send out our capacity report, that how much work did we have on our hand during the course of the week, and based on that capacity report we used to get additional report. So we had to work on two aspects. The first was our final project. So final project varies depending on which team you are allocated to. Since this was an online internship and we did not have access to some databases, so my project was industry research. If you are a office going intern, then most chances are you would be getting to prepare a complete pitch book from scratch. So there is a final project which you have to give presentation at the end of your internship. Apart from your final project, you will be contacted by various analysts, and you are expected to help them in their work. So the bankers give analysts some tasks to prepare pitch book or excels or backups, and whatever they can give to interns, they contact them and then they explain them clearly that okay, this is the work, this is how you have to proceed, and this is what you have to deliver. So the communication from their part is excellent, so you won't find any problem. You won't be searching here and there how to do the work. It will be easy, they'll explain everything to you, and just you have to submit the work what they ask. I wish I knew this thing before my SIP. It is that doing work perfectly is not important. Communicating to your manager or your analyst that you are doing that work on time and what is your progress is important. So during my internship, I don't feel good about blowing my own trumpet. So what I used to do was whatever work was assigned to me, I simply did it without much questioning on my work. I used to search on my own, completely independently, used to work, and then when it was perfect, submit it to the analyst and the manager. But one thing I'm great at is building relations. So I built relation with the analysts, and then they told me that okay, just don't send the final outcome deliverables. Explain the process, explain the methodologies, whatever you did extra that was not required, write it in a mail that okay, this was required, but I think there's a problem here. I searched this, I researched about this, and then this was the process that I followed, and this is my final outcome. That way your manager will know what you did and will be impressed, because if he only sees the final deliverable, he might not be impressed because that was expected of you. But what was not expected, that you went out of your way and did more research. So always communicate better with your manager and analyst. Whatever approach you took, just consult with them.